ibang situations, may mga ibang ang tawag dito. Maraming mga examples tayong pwedeng i-cite na kung saan yung refraction ay at tutungkol dun sa concept ng refraction. Okay? At isa pa sa mga examples na yon, okay, na hindi natin napapansin is yung sunset. Okay? Hindi ba kayo nagtataka na bakit yung sun parang nadidistort? Ayun, nagtataka na kayo ngayon. Diba? Pag tumitingin kayo ng sunset, tingin nyo ay parang nagbabago ng shape yung sun. Imbis na circular siya, nagiging parang oblong, right? Pero malamang, kaya kayo hindi nagtataka kasi wala kayong napapansin sa paligid nyo kundi yung katabi nyo lang. Okay? Or, baka lasing ko pa lang, lasing na kayo. At lahat ng nakikita nyo ay distorted. Okay. In any case, pag tawag dito, pag hindi kayo lasing at wala kayong kasama, nakikita nyo yung sun as sort of distorted yung image. Bakit gano'n? Actually, refraction din yan. Okay, yung sun actually ay makikita nyo. So, ito yung Earth. Of course, merong atmosphere yung Earth, di ba? Sabi napag-aralan natin ng elementary na yung atmosphere na yan ay divided into four four parts. Tama? Regardless kung ano yung mga parts na yon, dahil merong atmosphere dyan, dahil merong media dyan, meron siyang corresponding na index of refraction. Okay, ngayon, ito, yung normal line, i-assume nyo na lang na straight. Okay, sige, try kong mag-drawing ulit ng straight line. Yan, so medyo straight na yan, ano? So yan yung normal line, perpendicular dun sa tangent line dun sa surface. Tama? Okay, similarly, ito rin yung normal line dun sa opposite side. Okay, tapos, ito ngayon yung angle of incidence, ito yung angle of refraction. At sinabi natin na if the light is entering from a lower index of refraction to a higher index of refraction, yung light na yan ay magbe-bend inward. Tama? Tama? At yun yung nangyayari dun sa light ray from the sun. So kung nandito kayo, di ba? Andyan kayo, yan yung katabi nyo. Okay? Anong nakikita nyo? Ang nakikita nyo ay yung light ray na tingin nyo galing dito. Ang tingin nyo nandiyan yung sun. Kasi hindi nyo nakikita nagbe-bend yung light rays. Tingin nyo lang straight. Actually, pag nakita niyo yun, na nagsimula nang ma-distort yung sun, alam nyo na wala na yung sun dun sa horizon. It's actually much lower dun sa horizon. Nandito yung sun banda. Okay? Nakalagpas na siya dun sa horizon. Okay? So para sa inyo, mas maaga talaga yung sunset. Okay? Kasi nakababa na yung araw below the horizon. Okay? Naintindihan niyo? Pero so the next time na pumunta kayo sa beach, diba, invite niyo yung mga friends niyo na i-observe yung physics na phenomenon na yun. Tama? Afterwards, tumayo kayo sa gitna nila at sabihin nyo na meron kayong infrared na power. Dibida kayo. Tama? Okay, so yun yung nangyayari. Okay? You can also see yung refraction dun sa sunset. Okay, so itong table na to shows yung iba't ibang values ng indices of refraction. Yung mga indices of refraction for various materials or substances. So ito yung solids, ito yung liquids. Siyempre nag-separate din sila for glass. Okay? Oo nga, ang labo. Solid, liquid, at saka glass. Mali yata yung elementary na pinasukan nila. Okay, pero anyway, well, sineparate nila yung glass kasi glass is a typical material which is used for it's a transparent object kasi, di ba? Ginagamit mo talaga yung glass na yun. So kaya siguro nila hiniwalay ito. Itong mga to hindi to necessarily transparent. Of course, ice is transparent. Ang index of refraction niya is 1.309. If you compare that to water, 1.333, yung water is 1.333. So magkalapit lang sila ng index of refraction. Okay? Ngayon, kaya kung mapapansin nyo, pag naglagay kayo ng water sa isang baso, tapos lagyan nyo yun ng ice, okay? Makikita nyo na parang magdi-disappear yung ice dun sa loob ng water. Kasi pareho lang sila ng index of refraction. Kung hindi siya nag-disappear, yung ice kasi ay merong parang tumubo na mga maliliit na ano dun sa gitna, di ba? In other words, hindi clear yung yellow. Pero pag gumamit kayo ng yellow na very clear, lagay niyo yun sa tubig, magmimistulang nawala yung yellow. Kasi halos pareho sila ng index of refraction. Okay, so tignan natin yung iba pang indices of refraction. Ano bang common na ginagamit nyo rito na material? Of course, yung glass is common. So crown, light flint, medium flint, dense flint, and non-tanong flint. So magkakalapit lang sila ng indices of refraction. Okay, and diamond. Okay, yung diamond ay may pinakamataas na index of refraction. So it's 2.417. Ngayon, merong implication yan, yung index of refraction na yan. Okay, dun sa para malaman ninyo kung diamond nga siya or glass siya. Okay, at maintindihan natin yun mamaya-mayang konti. Pero for now, tandaan nyo na it's about 2.4 for diamond. And for glass, it's about 1.5, 1.6. Okay, so malaki yung difference. And water, tandaan nyo lang na it's 1.333. Tapos, anong tawag dito? Ice is about 1.309. Okay, ngayon, para matandaan nyo yung mga numbers niyan, isipin nyo na yan yung G1 na gusto nyo ma-achieve pagka-graduate ninyo. Okay? Siyempre, 1.309, mataas yun. Kayo ay summa, tama? Summa? Magna cum laude. Okay, ganun din yung 1.333. Diba? Tapos, yung 1.52, ano yan? Cum laude lang ba yan? Cum laude, di ko maalala, parang 1.45 yata, no? hanggang magna. Tama ba? Tama? Okay. Ngayon, kung gusto nyo pumasa lang, ang objective nyo is 2.4. Okay, so, kung gusto nyo makagraduate lang, ang objective na G1 nyo ay diamond. Diba? Diamante, parang okay. At least matatandaan nyo na ngayon. Diba? Pag may problem naman, it's either na ipapahanap sa inyo yung index of refraction or ibibigay yung index of refraction. So, but sometimes it's good to remember certain things. Okay. Okay, tulad nung diniscuss natin kanina, sinabi natin na if light enters or if light is coming from a medium of higher index of refraction, okay, to a lower index of refraction, yung light ray na lumabas will move away from the normal light. Tama? Diba? Yun yung sinabi natin kanina. So if this medium has a higher index of refraction, tapos itong medium na to has a lower index of refraction, itong light ray na ito, or itong angle of incidence na ito is less than yung angle of refraction. Okay? Okay, yun yung sinasabi natin. Ngayon, kung mapapansin nyo, kung dadahan-dahanin nyo yan, na event na ganyan, at some angle, yung refracted na ray ay nandito na sa surface. Magiging parallel din sa surface. At that angle, yung angle na yan, tawag ay critical angle. Kaya tayo nakikita dito yung subscript na theta crit. Okay, so critical angle. In some textbooks, it's theta c. Okay, now you can easily compute for the critical angle kasi yung angle of refraction ay 90 degrees. Okay, so by simply replacing the angle of refraction in 90 degrees, and knowing yung dalawang indices of refraction, refraction, makukuha niyo yung critical angle for this medium. Intindihan niyo? Intindihan niyo? And syempre, pag nilakihan niyo pa yung angle of incidence, okay, if the angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, yung light ay ma-reflect na. Okay? Okay, ngayon. Huwag kayo malito remember that pag ganito yung situation, magre-reflect yung light. Pero there's always a chance na magre-reflect pa rin siya. So meron pa rin reflected light dito. Ngayon, i-ignore lang natin yan. Pero sa tunay na buhay, ganun ang nangyayari. Pag ganito, magre-refract yan. Okay, marami ng light na re-refract. Konti lang yung light na re-reflect. So ini-ignore natin yung re-reflect. Okay, ngayon, pagdating dito, kung saan yung angle of incidence ay greater than the critical angle, yung light ay ma-reflect na. At kaunting-kaunti na lang yung ma-refract. So ini-ignore na natin yung refracted light. Okay, so pag yung angle of incidence is greater than or equal to the critical angle, ang tawag dito natin sa phenomenon na ito ay total internal reflection. Kasi lahat ng light is internally reflected dun sa medium. Okay? Okay? So maraming applications yan. Ito, kung nakikita niyo yung nangyayari dito, obviously hindi. Mukhang hindi, kasi hindi ko yun naman nakikita doon. Pero hindi sa mga gagawin ng experiments. Kailangan kayo ng mga glass na objects. Pasukan nyo ng light yun. Tapos, ang tawag dito? Makikita nyo kung paano siya mag-refract. And then at some angle, mawawala yung refracted ray. And then if you go beyond that angle, mag-reflect na yung ray na yun. Doon sa loob ng medium. Okay, ngayon, again, tulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, marami applications yan. Kaya naman natin pinapag-aralan kasi marami nga siyang applications. Okay? Pero, di ba, pinag-usapan naman natin ang swimming pool kanina? Try nyo na bang tumingin sa ilalim ng pool? I mean, tumingin from within the water, tapos dun sa surface. Try nyo na ba yun? O hindi pa? Hindi pa? Kasi, sino ba naman kasing gagawa nun, di ba? Ang gagawin nyo pag lumublob kayo sa pool, langoy lang ng langoy, di ba? Di ba? Ganun. Wala namang nerd sa inyo, di ba? Next time, pwede nyong itry yan. Pero kung matatry nyo yan, ganito ang makikita ninyo. Okay, ngayon, ano ang tawag dito? Ano ang peculiar dito sa picture na ito? Yung lines na nandun sa ibabaw, na nandun sa surface ng water. Saan galing yung lines na yan? Ibig sabihin, nare-reflect nung pool yung lines na galing dun sa bottom ng pool. Yan yung total internal reflection. Di ba? Kasi yung light na nanggagaling mula dun sa lines na nasa bottom ng pool ay nire-reflect off the interface between the air and the water. Intindihan nyo? At mangyayari lang yan pag yung angle is greater than the critical angle. So kaya itong mga lines na to, makikita niyo yung reflection kasi malaki yung angle. Okay, malaking angle kumpara sa critical angle. Pero ang hindi pinakita dito sa pictures, pag tumingin na kayo dun sa taas, kung saan later smaller yung angle of incidence kumpara sa critical angle, hindi nyo na makikita yung linya na yan. Okay, at some point dito, mawawala yung linya. Okay? Okay? Ang dami nyo na pwedeng gawin sa summer. Diba? Lahat ay nerdy stuff. Hindi naman pala lahat ay nerdy stuff. Romantic din naman yung iba. Diba? Sunset. Okay, so, pag tumingin kayo sa aquarium, ganun din yung makikita ninyo. Minsan, nakala nyo may isda dun sa loob, yung pala internally reflected lang yung minsan nakita nyo, kala nyo dalawa yung isda, yung pala isa lang kasi yung isa ay internally reflected. Okay, so maraming mga ganyang situations. Okay? Alam nyo kung ano yung optical fibers? Internet, tama. Internet. Yan ang ginagamit sa internet. Teka, hindi ko ma-zoom in. Oops. Okay? So, ano ang peculiar dito? Ano dito? Parang strange. Saan lumalabas yung light? Sa dulo lang. Bakit walang lumalabas dun sa surface? Walang insulation yan. It's exactly the same material. Walang insulation yung yung tube. Okay, anong nangyayari dito? Light is internally reflected dun sa medium. Kaya nakikita nyo lang yung light na nagagaling dun sa ends ng tube. Kasi essentially yun yung loob ng tube. Pero dun sa surface, walang lumalabas na light. Kasi everything is reflected within the tube. Okay. Pero nakakita na kayo ng ganito, di ba? Di ba may mga maliliit na decors na pag ganon-ganon, di ba? Yung transparent, ewan ko, nilalabas yun lang ba yung pag Pasko? Di ba? Pero kung titignan ninyo, walang light na nagagaling sa gilid. Lahat ng light ay nandoon sa dulo. Okay, so ang principle na ginagamit doon is yung total na internal reflection. Okay, yung mga prisms na ginagamit halimbawa sa mga binoculars, okay, also use yung principle ng total internal reflection. Okay, so yung critical angle for this material is 41.1 degrees. So, sineshape nila yung prism such that yung angles na ito at saka yan ay 45 degrees, which is obviously greater than yung critical angle. So, pag tumama yung light dito, totally internally reflected siya, okay, at makikita niyo ulit yung tawag dito, image, okay, after niya ma-reflect. So, mangyayari ay from here, magbabounce off siya dun sa walls, mare-reflect, and ganun din dito, mare-reflect, and then dire-diretso siya dito sa eyepiece. Okay? So, yun yung ginagamit nila na dun sa prism. Para sa mga math yata, ibang ibig sabihin ng prism sa inyo, no? Naging teacher niyo na ba si Ma'am Presi? Hindi pa? Naging teacher niyo na siya? Binigay niya ba yung email address niya sa inyo? Ang isa sa mga email address niya ay Prism. Alam niyo kung bakit? Priscilla Macan Santos. Paano niyo malalaman kung diamond yan or puwet ng baso? Cubic zirconia. Cubic zirconia. So it's about 1.5. Yung diamond ay 2.4. Okay, ngayon, mag-short exercise tayo. Ano yung critical angle corresponding to cubic zirconia at saka critical angle corresponding to diamonds? Gamitin nyo lang ito. Oh, from air. Okay. So, para makuha nyo yung critical angle, anong gamitin nyo na, anong gagawin nyo? Isa-set nyo yung angle of refraction to 90 degrees. Okay? Then, makukuha nyo na yung critical angle. So, anong critical angle for the cubic zirconia? One lang yung gagamitin nyo na. Incident. Okay, so ito yan yung equation. Okay, so ano nakuha yung mathematics? Okay, so dito, 41.8. Dito, 24.6. Nakikita nyo ba yung color? 24.6 yung critical angle. Okay, so makikita nyo na it takes just a little para yung light ay ma-reflect sa loob ng diamond. Okay, that's why you have more light within the diamond kumpara sa cubic zirconia. Which means na mas maganda yung pag-sparkle ng diamond dahil mas marami nga siyang light which is totally internally reflected kumpara sa cubic zirconia. Okay, yan naman yung nakikita niyo dito, mas sparkle yung diamond. Di ba? Kumpara sa cubic zirconia. Hindi inedit yung para lumabo, hindi yung pinotoshop. Okay, ganyan talaga yung itsura niya. And of course, hindi yan madaling tignan. I mean, ngayon na alam niyo yung physics, hindi kayo pwede magpanggap na expert ng diamond. Akin na nga yan, ako natitingin, alam ko yung Diba? Okay, magpanggap. It takes a lot of training para ma-figure out yung differences between cubic zirconia at saka yung diamond. Okay? Pero at least yung basic principle ay alam na ninyo. Okay, questions?
Sir,
Yes.
cubic zirconia ba ito siya?
Ano yan?
Cubic zirconia pero bakit siya round?
Kasi yung crystal structure niya is cubic.
Okay.
So, darating kayo dyan sa solid state physics. Yes. Okay, ano pa? Questions pa? Questions? Questions? Wala? Ano, mukhang madali lang? Mukhang madali lang? Parang di ba? Parang itong dalawa lang. Di ba? Pagtingin nyo sa exam, akala nyo, madali lang, magsisparkle yung eyes nyo. Nung sinasolve nyo na, nawala na yung sparkle, bumalik sa pagiging cubic zirconia. Tama? Okay, sige. Mag-solve tayo ng ilang exercises. Bago ko ibigay yung problem set. Okay, itong 33.3. Okay, a beam of light has a wavelength of 650 nanometers in vacuum. By the way, may term kanina dun sa law of refraction na monochromatic light. Naintindihan niyo ba pag sinabing monochromatic? Mono is one, di ba? Or single. Pag chrome corresponds to color, so single color lang siya. Okay, pero in physics terms, it's just a single wavelength. Okay, single wavelength or single frequency. So tulad dito, sa example, a beam of light has a wavelength of 650 nanometers. So it's monochromatic. Okay, and alam natin na this is within the visible range. Kasi ang visible range ay 400, between 400 at saka 700 nanometers. At dahil 650 siya, alam natin na medyo malapit siya sa red. Tama? Tama? Okay. Okay, it is in vacuum. Letter A, what is the speed of this light in a liquid whose index of refraction at this wavelength is 1.47? Okay. And letter B, what is the wavelength of these waves in the liquid? Okay, so yung wavelength, okay, dun sa in vacuum is 650 nanometers. Tapos yung index of refraction ng material, okay, nung liquid is 1.47. Pagpasok nung light dun sa liquid, magbabago yung kanyang speed at magbabago rin yung kanyang wavelength. Naintindihan niyo? Sunod? Okay. So, paano natin yan ngayon? Paano natin yan isolve? Okay, so, alam natin na related yung, index of refraction using this equation. Okay, by definition, ang index of refraction is yung ratio ng speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in a medium. So since ang hinahanap natin ay speed of light in a medium, so ito ngayon ay magiging ganyan. So ang given is that yung index of refraction is 1.47. So this is 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second divided by 1.47. Ano ngayon yung corresponding na speed ng light? 2.04 times 10 to the 8. 2.04 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. Okay, makikita nyo na it's slower than the speed of light. Okay, if during your calculations, nakakuha kayo ng speed of light which is greater than 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second, magtaka kayo. So remember that the speed of light is the fastest speed that any object can achieve as far as we know. Okay, as far as we know. Kasi maraming mga theories na nagsasabi na pwede na mag-travel ang objects greater than the speed of light. Pero for now, alam natin is c is equal to 3 times 10 to the 8 meters per second is the maximum speed. Next, ano yung wavelength ng incident na light? So it's 650 nanometers. Okay? 650 nanometers. So paano related yung wavelength dito sa quantities na ito? Alam natin ang V is equal to lambda F. Okay? Similarly, C is equal to lambda F. Okay, tawagin natin itong lambda naught. Itong lambda naught na to, yan yung wavelength dun sa loob ng medium. Okay? So since pareho yung frequency, yung N ngayon ay equal sa lambda F over lambda naught F. So yung index of refraction is given by that. So lambda over lambda naught. Now we can solve for lambda naught, okay, by means of this equation. Okay, so this is 650 nanometers divided by 3 times 10 to the, divided by 1.47. So ano ngayon ang lambda naught? Ilan? 400. 434, tama? Mga ganun. Or 400? 4.42? 442 siguro. 442 nanometers. Tama? 442 nanometers. Okay, so yan yung wavelength ng light. Okay? In the medium, at ito naman yung speed ng light dun sa loob ng liquid. Okay? Okay, so next. Okay, itong 33.15. A ray of light is incident on a plane surface separating two sheets of glass with refractive indexes 1.70 and 1.58. The angle of incidence is 62.0 degrees, and the ray originates in the glass with 1.70 with n is equal to 1.70. Compute the angle of refraction. Okay, so ano yung dalawang material na pinag-uusapan dito? Ayos. Ano yung dalawang material? Glass. Dalawa nga eh. Pareho silang glass, pero yung isang material ay may index of refraction which is higher than the other glass. Yung index of refraction ng isang glass ay 1.58 at yung index of refraction ng pangalawang glass ay 1.70. Actually, unang glass yung 1.70, pangalawang glass yung 1.58. Kasi ang sabi sa problem, the ray originates in the glass with an index of refraction of 1.70. Tama? Yung angle of incidence ay 62.0 degrees. So, pinapakompute yung angle of refraction. Okay. Ngayon, paano nyo mag-check kung tama yung sagot ninyo? So, the light is coming from the medium with higher index of refraction towards a medium with lower index of refraction. Will it bend away from the normal or towards the normal? Away from the normal. Okay, so yun yung mga pang-check ninyo para malaman. So, ang ina-expect ninyo dapat greater than 62 degrees. Agree? Agree? Dapat greater than 62 degrees. Okay, so, sulat muna natin yung given. So, NA, okay, yun yung 1.70. At yung NB, yun yung 1. Ano na nga? 58. Ngayon, yung theta A, which is yung angle of incidence, ay 62.1 degrees. Tama? So, ang pinapahanap dito is yung angle of refraction. So, what is the angle of refraction? So, using Snell's law, NA sin theta A ay equal sa NB sin theta B. So, from here, sin theta B is equal to NA over NB sin theta A. So, ang NA ay 1.70, ang NB is 1.58. So, sin ng 62.1 degrees. So, ang theta B ngayon ay, ilan? 70? 71.8? 96? 8? Okay, anyway, magkalapit lang naman. Tama ba ang in-expect ninyo? It's greater than 62.1. So, meron kayong confidence na yan ay tama. Okay? So pag mag-exam kayo, hindi na kayo ganun ka blind sa sa mga sagot ninyo. At least alam niyo na. Alam niyo kung anong nangyayari. Yes, papasa ako, makukuha ko yung G1 na 1.333, di ba? Okay. Isang problem na lang din ibibigay ko sa inyo yung problem sets. Actually, may nakalimutan pala ako. May nakalimutan ako ipakita sa inyo. Okay lang ba na i-replace ko na lang yung problem solving with a video? Okay lang? Tapos saka ko ibigay yung problem set? O mas gusto niyo mag-solve? Huwag na kayo mahiya. Stupid question ba yun o ano? Okay, tignan natin kung aabot yung audio sa inyo.
There's a glass of water. So see the glass of water that's here? This is a glass of Wesson oil. Okay, so here's a stirring rod, and so if you'll just take the stirring rod, put it right down the glass of water, and kind of set it off to the side like this, you can see that is not invisible.
No,
Not
I can see that.
invisible. Yet, when you take the stirring rod made out of the same material and you plunge it down in this one, look, it vanishes. Isn't that kind of magic? Now,
Yes.
if you look closely, you'll start to see, but go ahead, jam another one of those in there. Isn't that just, it's amazing.
So why is
So there
that?
they are. So it's here, but then it looks like it vanishes. Isn't that amazing? And the secret, believe it or not, is how we look at things with reflection and refraction. We're seeing this because light travels through the glass, which is fine. Then it goes through the water, slows down a little bit. Then it hits the glass, and it refracts. It reflects a little bit, but it refracts because it bends. The materials are different, the glass and the water. But believe it or not, Wesson oil, so here's the secret. Wesson oil, all right? Wesson oil has an index of refraction that's very, very similar to that of a special kind of glass called Pyrex. So here, showing this,
Of course we
there
use
is
Pyrex.
Pyrex right there. So that's Pyrex. So if you ever see something that has a little brand on it that says Pyrex, you can kind of see that's a Pyrex container. So I was kind of thinking of it this way, maybe. So this one's half water and half oil.
Look at
See how
that.
it sits
Yes,
inside?
nice.
So
Right.
now when it goes down inside, it may disappear from the top down. So this may go in. Again, it looks like it vanishes, and then all of a sudden you see it there. So
That is
isn't that kind of a cool
cool.
picture?
That is very
So it looks
cool.
like it kind of vanishes right there in the very middle, and it's called an index of refraction. So if you're having some fun with friends, you can find other things that are here. So let's say, for example, here's our big container that we have here. You can actually drop things down inside. Maybe the easiest way to find Pyrex is your local science teacher who may have a Pyrex rod, a stirring rod or a beaker
I've
or
not
something.
seen that, no.
But sometimes when you're cooking, you find Pyrex,
Pyrex,
kind of
exactly.
materials. Sometimes little glass figurines are made out of Pyrex.
Oh.
It's a special kind of glass that's gone through a tremendous amount of heat and then cooling process so that it can withstand those temperature changes. So here, watch this. See these little beakers? So show them the little beaker. And if you just drop the little beaker down inside, watch what happens.
Just
Gonna drop
drop
it in. So there it goes. Oops, vanish. Isn't that kind of cool?
Disappears.
So, you see the bubbles that are around it? So if we slowly kind of lower it in, we can see if the bubbles will vanish. So there it is there. And that looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Looks
It's not
really good.
perfectly gone, but it looks like there's a little ghost that's there as it sits there. So it's a great way to be able to study light and optics. See kind of how it bounces around there. Go ahead, push it
Should I
down.
push it down just a little
Yep.
bit?
Bam, kind of
Perfect.
gone. Isn't that just amazing? So you
Okay. Habang nagdanda-rate siya, mapapansin nyo rin, nakikita nyo yung label nung Wesson. Di ba? Although yung Wesson nandun sa kabilang side. So it's another demonstration of how light is bent as a result of the medium. Di ba? Diba? So ang tingin nyo ngayon, yung Wesson na oil, nandun sa likod. Yun yung apparent view. Pero actually, nandun siya sa right side, okay, which means na nabibend na yung light.
can make things vanish by simply using something as simple as Wesson oil and Pyrex. The secret is the index of
See,
refraction.
I have both of these. I don't use them for other purposes. I have a Pyrex pan, never use it.
Never,
This,
never. And if you don't use Pyrex, for example, this isn't Pyrex. You can see when you go inside, you can definitely see that inside there. So you
So
have to use the
Pyrex.
Pyrex glass for it to be able to work.
Ano? Dami nyo nang pwedeng gawin sa beach sa summer, no? Kailangan nyo lang magdala ng oil, cooking oil. Dadala naman talaga kayo ng cooking oil, di ba? Kasi, syempre, magluluto naman kayo doon. Yun lang, magdadala din kayo ng Pyrex na. Okay. Daming props para lang maging bida. Okay, ito yung problem. After a long day of driving, you take a late night swim in the motel swimming pool. Okay, 33.46. Ngayon, sasabihin ko kung ano yung problem kasi ayoko magkaroon ng confusion between yung sinusolve ninyo at saka yung akala nyo na isisolve ninyo. Naintindihan nyo ba? Kasi pag sinabi kong 33.46, baka sa ibang book, ibang edition, iba yung problem doon sa 33.46. So, sasabihin ko yung problem para malinaw sa inyo lahat. Naintindihan nyo? Okay. So, after a long day of driving, you take a late night swim in the motel swimming pool. When you go to your room, you realize that you have lost your room key in the pool. Okay, you borrow a powerful flashlight and walk around the pool, shining the light into it. The light shines on the key, which is lying on the bottom of the pool. When the flashlight is held 1.2 meters above the water surface and is directed at the horizontal surface, at the surface a horizontal distance of 1.5 meters from the edge. Kaya it's seen in the figure. So this is, ito yung flashlight, ito yung position nung light, vertical position ng light from the surface at horizontal position ng light dun sa point kung saan tumatama yung flashlight dun sa pool. Naintindihan nyo? Okay. Nakikita nyo naman yung yellow, no? Okay. So, if the water here is 4.0 meters deep, how far is the key from the edge of the pool? So, ito yung figure, ito yung pinapahanap. How far is the key from the edge of the pool? Okay? Magkakaintindihan tayo sa kailangan nyo i-solve, ha? Okay, sige. Next. Problem 33.47. Okay, 33.47. Ano yung 33.47? You sight along the rim of a glass with vertical sides so that the top rim is lined up with the opposite edge of the bottom. Okay, ibig sabihin, pag tumingin kayo dun sa baso, nakikita niyo yung edge na to at saka yung corner na ito along your line of sight. Okay, yan naman yung nakikita sa figure. Ito yung line of sight nyo. Okay, at within the line of sight, nakikita nyo both corner at saka yung edge. Corner ng baso at saka edge ng rim ng baso. Okay? Okay? Okay, ngayon. The glass is a thin-walled hollow cylinder 16.0 centimeters high with the top and bottom of the glass diameter of 8.0 centimeters. So, yan lang yung dimensions ng glass. While you keep your eye in the same position, a friend fills the glass with a transparent liquid. And you see a dime that is lying at the center of the bottom of the glass. So, imbis na dito na yung nakikita nyo, nakikita nyo na yung itong point na ito. Alam nyo naman kung anong dime, no? It's a coin it's a US coin, di ba? Ang dime ay 10 cents. Okay. What is the index of refraction of the liquid? Okay? Intindihan niyo yung problem? Yes? Yes? Okay. So, yun yung dalawa yung isa-solve na isasubmit nyo sa Tuesday next week. March, ano na ba next week? 8? March 8.